that priority, you can also like to make that commitment in time really work. Taeyun and Monkey have to go again.
Oh, they're going again, but the snare lands onto Taeyun. Good flash away from Xiaoya to get around for the turret. He has the turret aggro to pick up the kill. One more auto short. Xiaoya completely outplays the dive and hits the Q on this.
They had to further commit into this dive that ended up in a disaster.
Xiaoya,
might get one here. Wait.
We were hyping you up so well,
Taeyun,
and you recall out of position, and they give Taeyun the kill. Yeah, you called it out. Priority. Not been spotted. You called that out, and he's going to get hit by a dredge line again in the middle of the Zixtal's impact. They have the Senna ult to come across here for Xiaoya. Heal comes down for YCX, but a couple more shots from Taeyun will find the kill. Gonna get the whip comes sliding on to Taeyun through Vampire. Gets the first kill. Now Monkey and Vampire are completely separated. Another great snare lands for Xiaoya. The Zixtal's impact, though, from Monkey is pristine. Gets the stun on the wall, but he's going to dive under their turret again to trade himself with Xiaoya. Climber makes sure that Impale whiffs on absolutely nobody, but it's actually the Chains of Corruption from Taeyun that's again going to find a good pick onto Climber. The Crescent Guard going to drop soon, and all the damage will pour in. Cube finds the first kill, trying to press the tempo for Team WE. There's one ult that wasn't used, Trouble. It's the Equalizer that gets XQW cut down to size, and they don't care about those bot waves and everything Sasa's doing because they're knocking down the mid lane. Piercing Arrow going to set up the kill onto YCX, but he takes one with him. Karis dragged down by the egg. And another great weave as well from Karis. And Monkey's flashing over it to hit the Impale. He holds Climber in space and still spikes the dragon down. You put Climber in, he's still not enough for the might of Monkey. And there's not enough time, and Vampire looking to be proactive even on the Renata. Flashes and holds Xiaoya in place, but look at the Emperor's Divide from XQW. Taeyun gets thrown into the meat grinder. Can Cube rescue this fight with the Equalizer? No, because Sasa is trying to run wild on the backline, but runs out of gas in the tank. Xiaoya's going to try to provide the healing potion for this squad who's hitting from halfway across the fight. Xiaoya's damage, they may be mosquito bites, but they're looking lethal into everybody that isn't. We're about to get behind there from YCX. The flash forward for Monkey, though. Just like that, the snap engage and the hostile takeover. It's absolutely marvelous. Down go the LGD bottom lane. There goes the Dragon. Now W, they can try and scatter, but they do pick off Cube. Great dredge line comes through for YCX, and now Sasa gets to run wild on these solo lanes, just like the Abessa needs to. So the hostile takeover, though, from Vampire hits onto 3 members, and Sasa is stunned to try to fly in. What a flash from Taeyun, right over the Emperor's Divide, and now he's like a machine gun, barreling down on all of LGD. And why they have more wins than many expected, and they're looking for their first win of the play-in tournament as Vampire's hostile takeover locks up YCX. As the Baron Siege continues to barrel in to the LGD base. Oh, Monkey's in, and he impales 2. Climber gets caught in the impale. The hostile takeover hits both members that Monkey held up, and again, Shake lands on a YCX, but Monkey goes over the wall, gets the double impale. It's the Monkey highlight show again. Just when you think he's down, he pops over the wall, executes your whole team, and takes the series lead. Monkey Masterclass, Team WE up 1-0.
Team WE giving us flashbacks of the first series when Groups Nirvana
touch this time, but again, I think slow that cleanses the slow, but Taeyun's gonna fall to Climber. Can Monkey and Vampire try and trade this one back out? The trade onto XQW is gonna flash to secure it, but will he pay with his own life? No, because Vampire gets the headbutt pulverized back up, and now they have Xiaoya pinned. Even when you think WE are down, ultimate up, they've got a 4 versus 3, and Xiaoya with no summoners is easy pickings. Karis going on a killing spree. Killing the main damage is really prospering, but Vampire is going to fly in. Not before we get the kill from XQW over on to Karis. So what does this fight look like without the Rise? Well, it looks pretty damn good with Taeyun here. Grand Starfall comes in. Hello, Climber from the heavens to try and save it, but that Blade Caller from Taeyun makes sure it's another trade. Taeyun, though, has to be left by Vampire in the 1v1, and Climber's use of that Pantheon Global. But Vampire is going to land the stun onto the slippery YCX. There is the Blade Caller Featherstorm combination from Karis. But it's the Zeri. Xiaoya still firing away with these zaps of lightning and long. Whoa!
Make out? No!
All right, Climber. I'm liking what we're seeing out of this guy. We talked about game 1 just so reactive his double onslaught, but he is as doomed as possible. In the background, you saw Climber use that Grand Starfall to get out of the pit. Zone TP, the playpen will not stop the Realm War, but you know what does? Climber stunned. So Karis goes down. Monkey's getting slowed up. He commits the flash, but Xiaoya over the wall, going toe-to-toe, not afraid of the Ice Troll himself, and Monkey has to back up to the tier 1 turret. Xiaoya playing a different level of confidence right now, and he's trying to carry his squad home to even this series up one apiece. Flying in for his 1v1 against Monkey. That one feels personal, but so does that hit from Karis. Pushes too much damage into the face of XQW. Next to fall is YCX. And Climber just can't get close enough. He has to flash forward with the lightning crash out of Xiaoya. How much damage can this Zeri get? 0! Taeyun flies on in behind the feathers to find the... In this, one of the other young prodigies in the jungle. Now he's showing out, but Vampire, he's had some wary engages on this Alistar before, and now he's showing it as he delivers the shockwave of destiny coming out from XQW. And look who's untouched in the fight. It's Xiaoya running wild with the lightning crash, looking to pick up all the kills. It's a defensive Realm Warp just to save Kimberly's cube, and Vampire in. Down goes Climber. The 8-1 Pantheon off the board. So all attention turns to Xiaoya, trying to keep that lightning crash passive up. Great double charm quickness coming out from YCX, and Taeyun will pay the Pied Piper. And look who's flying back in after it, Sasa, but it's a bouncy house next to the Alistar and the Scion. Xiaoya doesn't have the lightning crash anymore, so he limits his damage, and he doesn't have enough to kill off, or tries to hold the front line, and there flies in YCX, gets the knockups, gets the charms, and just wrecks the fight for LGD. Sure, you see Monkey pick up the dragon to get to Soul Point for flash trade, actually really well mastered, and holy moly, how does Karis get out and kill Xiaoya? An easy side piece to push off to the wayside. YCX will fall, but that's LGD with Baron onto 4 members. Can they get out? Xiaoya has to flashback. What a 3-man shockwave coming across from XQW, but Xiaoya gets stunned up. Monkey off to the side doesn't have the damage to finish him off. And look at the Zeri run wild. The electricity in the arena on the rift for the LGD AD carry. He's got the triple kill. Is he going to go for the superstar play? No. Temper your expectations. LG blinking health bars. And the main goal on the other side is Sasa, who is running amok in the base. Trouble. Sasa might just end this game. The damage dealer. They do have Vampire flying to knock him up, but now Xiaoya has other priorities. The Nexus. No, he's just going to knock down all of WE. It was a one-sided bout.
And for LGD, I feel like they have a much better. Oh, hold on.
Here we go. I was getting worried that we're going to have these fighting 9 minutes in, but Vampire says, hello, here I come. And here's the reset you want, Monkey. Coley comes out from Xiaoya, though. He's going to come across. Solar Flare, beautifully positioned there by Vampire. The stun lands onto YCX, and he's the one that ends up falling. But that's a 2-0 Akali out of Karis. Back-to-back 2-0 starts in this series. Ooh, Heartbreaker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Xiaoya going for it all. Dashes forward, gets Taeyun. But that's going to give Monkey a kill back. Burns the barrier. Maybe try to get the dash reset. Gets it closer than we might have expected. Does not have that kick from earlier, so he can't get Karis off of his Victor. Perfect execution to find the kill. 4-0 Akali. Climber trying to shut it down. Goes flash for flash, but doesn't have enough in this. The small things that make such difference. Full use of the Herald to get right onto YCX. There's the lifeline cut out from under the Lucian.
Wow, that was a really cool usage of the Reef Herald right there. They entire HP buff Vampire.
Hey, Vimer! Great kick combo from the Ward Hop, and Vampire is down. For Xiaoya, but it's picked up the dragon by Monkey, and down falls Xiaoya. Look at the Aatrox with the World Ender of the Akali flying in with the 5-pointed strike to send in the stasis perfectly. Karis escapes and then dashes back in alongside Monkey, who knocks down Climber, gets the reset, uses the hijack Sonic Wave to get another one. It's all just rolling down here. Here comes the locomotive of WE. An ace like that, and 15-3 in the kill count, 27 minutes, all that's needed for that.
This is the fact that Kai'Sa gets dunked up.
But Monkey gets the dragon. Now the fight finally begins. It's Xiaoya getting the first kill onto Monkey, but what a pull away from Cube. Takes down Xiaoya, and now Climber's gonna have to try and carry the burden. They get the Kai'Sa taken away. Can XQW escape and survive? Because Cube is going crazy in the all-out form. The Aurora singing through for Karis is the healthiest carry left up for WE. And now it's a top lane tank slugfest. Karis, but it's Karis that is the victor on the back end of the fight. The one to seal the fate of LGD. Dragon kills everything. WE break open the killless bout in game 4 by Xiaoya, and Monkey is completely stun locked. He was expecting Tristana to fly away, but instead Xiaoya's flying forward. Reset after reset. The big bad Tristana is here to brawl, and Xiaoya has got more victims to try and knock off the list. Double kill, make it a triple for the LGD AD carry.
All the eggs.
Shen crashed down Magnetstorm, holding Sasa in place, and he is going to be picked off and cut down to size by Karis.
All right, that's a cool pick right here from Team WE. They can actually pressure down that tower.
Big bad Tristana can't step up and play on this playground with WE. Kill found, and Cloud Soul almost a guarantee in this game 4. Because the Baron aggro is dropped, X2W hits 4 with a fate sealed. They do trade mid laner for mid laner. The aggro was never dropped. Climber does not get into the pit. Secured by Vampire. Does have the ceases to say that Xiaoya can't burn through, and Vampire pops out of the fray, and he finds Xiaoya! Down goes the Tristana! All bets are off! WE are going for the killer blow! It's just all about the chase down. Mouse and Cat, the Fangs are out! Taeyun drops Climber. Sasa not going to be able to teleport out. Monkey is going to hold them at bay, and the victory formation is going to come down the mid lane for World Elite. It's only a matter of time before the kills start lining back up.
That's
Oh,
Vampire
Vampire.
tanks.
Again,
XQW.
trouble. Vampire is cooking with these picks. Taeyun
07.
has XQW. Salute him on the way out, and more so salute these turrets because they are cannon fodder for Taeyun right now.
Yeah, still Baroned up for another 30 seconds. Cube is gonna help that mid lane wave walk inside LGD's base as Taeyun is escorting the top side to that last outer tower remaining for the side of LGD. WE 4 versus 5 in their favor with 20 more seconds onto XQW. Can LGD hold?
LGD want to compete in Group Ascend. They want that playoff spot to show that Nirvana isn't a cut below the rest of the fray. They've got to reach in for something deep now because their base is in complete tatters.
Taeyun, Skysa, like...
Oh, but it's XQW.
Oh,
He gets caught on the side lanes
again.
again. It's almost the same spot he fell just a minute earlier.
The block.
It's been mistake after mistake from
Until the
LGD.
mid laner is back up.
Desperately trying, but it's just not enough. The Elder Dragon, the raw damage of Karis, it's not going to save them. Xiaoya trying to kite back towards his Nexus turrets, but he's lost all of his teammates, and he'll have to watch in peril as once again, it's World Elite to establish themselves in Group Ascend and send themselves to top 8 in Split 2.